Inspiring Island Women is brought to you by Pine Lighting Victoria. Eliminate the possibilities.
When you think of an art class, you may have a vision of beret-wearing students with palettes and brushes intently studying a model or a bowl of fruit. Sheila Thomas's art classes aren't like that. Well, except for the berets. Stacey Ross tells us more.
When you walk down this garden path in Shirley, west of Souk, you'll find something magical.
We are the champions, my friends.
This is an art hootenanny.
An art hootenanny is a place where people come and they learn to be a child again.
It's silly and safe and fun, and in the middle of it all is Sheila Thomas.
You get a beret!
Her zany approach to teaching isn't by accident. It's her way of putting her students at ease.
They're usually quite nervous and they think that they have to produce something.
You guys thought that was the end of it? Oh no, Salvador Dali would disagree. You get a mustache.
I do a number of things to embarrass people and they love it, and then they relax their inhibitions. And then they create beautiful things. Okay, apron up.
There are no paintbrushes used in this art class. Students are tasked with finding instruments to use.
And you can use the top lid of your ice cream container as a palette.
Then there's some stencil work, which leads these artists to their final project.
Pile up. Don't think. I see too much thinking going on.
The pieces are beautiful and an accomplishment, but Sheila's goal with her students goes far beyond a single canvas.
So art is inspirational, but it should also be to propel people into something. So if you leave my art hootenanny and you don't paint, that's okay. But if you go back to gardening, because you think, I always loved that. Or you say, you know what, I'm going to take up crochet, or you know what, I used to like cartwheels when I was a kid. Whatever that thing is that we forget along the way is what I'd like people to be able to get back and to pursue.
The 60-year-old only took up painting herself a few years ago after a difficult divorce.
I started painting llamas in wild, colorful circles. I look back at that art now and I think, oh, it's so babyish, but you know, I was proud of it at the time, and I had enough encouragement to keep going.
And keep going she did, taking classes along the way, getting better and falling more in love with the craft. It's a passion that's clear to see and easy to get caught up in.
She gets everyone excited in the classroom, and she explains things very well. And she, over the years that she's been painting, she's learned so much, and she passes that on and shares it.
Sheila's hootenannies encouraged Christine Jensen to keep going.
My mom and I have been painting every Sunday for the most part, and have created many different paintings. So she was the person who's inspired us to do it, and it's been great. It's been really great.
You can find Sheila on social media by searching her logo, Shields on Wheels. These are the wheels.
This is a 1960s Mercury school bus. And on the top we have a 1940s Dodge to bring in some light and some happiness and no claustrophobia.
She lived in the bus for a couple of years, but these days it just acts as a backdrop for the hootenannies. They happen most every Saturday in July and on some weekends through August, but just ask these artists and they'll tell you that Sheila is so much more than the classes she leads.
As a person, I couldn't say of anyone else that I could trust more or love more, or that she's just, I'm getting all choked up, that she's just that person that you can rely on. She's there.
She is there for her students, for her beloved arts community, and as importantly, she's there being true to herself.